Welcome to the TapeTox guide. So this is where you'll learn how face taping works, how to relax facial muscles, and how TapeTox helps smooth lines naturally by supporting the skin and muscles beneath. So we begin by placing the tape horizontally along that brow bone right above the eyebrows. This placement supports the frontalis muscle without pulling the skin downward. We always want to anchor our tape gently and then smooth it across using really light tension. The skin underneath should remain smooth with no bunching or wrinkles. That frontalis muscle is responsible for lifting the eyebrows, and it helps create those horizontal forehead lines we're trying to stop. You can see now we're building the tiara. This method in particular is called the tiara method because it ends up looking like you have a little crown on. Notice I'm anchoring at the top. When we anchor our tape at the top, that allows the tape to naturally recoil upward. Now, this recoil is what gently lifts that epidermis. It helps create more blood flow to the area, and more blood flow means better oxygen delivery, improved collagen support, and healthier skin over time. When the tape recoils on itself, it's actually lifting our skin the correct way. TapeTox doesn't work by pulling or stretching the skin tight. In fact, if we use too much tension, that can prevent proper muscle relaxation. Very light tension, just at 5%, is the goal because we want to support the face, not force. You can see I'm applying a few strips to my face, but if you need to apply more or less, you can see what works for you. We are now starting on the 11 lines. Again, you can see we're starting our anchor at the very top, and then we're just smoothing it down so that tension can pull upward. Now we're doing the same thing on the sides of the eyes near where the crow's feet are. So think about TapeTox like a soft splint for your facial muscles, and when the tape is applied correctly, it limits excessive movement while allowing for natural expression, and that really gives the muscles a chance to rest and retrain themselves to not over-contract, because when the muscle relaxes, the skin above it can smooth out naturally. The next thing we're going to move on to is the smile lines. Now, I use a little air bubble technique. You'll see me put the air bubble in there now. This technique is really for someone who has heavier lines or skin that can't easily be lifted. So instead of pulling or forcing the skin, that air bubble allows that tape to gently adhere and lift and support the area without any of the skin getting bunched underneath the tape, so it really keeps the surface smooth and comfortable. Again, you can see we started doing our tape from the side of the nose, and that was our anchor, and then we pulled down with very light tension so that tape can recoil on itself again. Sometimes, depending on how much smoothing we need done, we may have to double up that area. So when the muscles around the mouth are relaxed, the skin above them really stays smoother for longer periods of time, and TapeTox just adds a really gentle reminder to the muscle to soften rather than tighten up. And that's what really helps soften existing lines and then prevent deeper ones from forming. Again, direction really does matter. If we were to apply from bottom to top, it would actually be recoiling the tape down and it would be pulling the face down. So starting from the top and smoothing out to the bottom of the tape is really the best method. The next part we're going to start on is the orbicularis oris muscle. Now, this muscle controls our lip movement and expression. Now, when this muscle is overactive or tight, it will repeatedly pull that skin inward, and this causes vertical creases that are often called barcode lines. Thank you so much for taking the time to follow this guide. Remember, TapeTox works best with consistency and gentle application. Trust the process, listen to your skin, and allow your muscles to relax naturally over time.